Hello, everyone. I'm Striders. I hope you're having a great day, and if not, I hope I can make it just a little bit better. But thank you so much for the great reception on the last video. Got almost 50 views and a new subscriber. So let's see if we can maybe hit 5 likes for this video. That'd be great if you could, but enough from me. What we're going to do in this video is use the most expensive car. Last time we used the Jeep over there in the street race category, and it is the cheapest car. But this time we're going to use the most expensive, and I'm pretty sure that's the Jesko. I got this Bugatti, both of these Bugattis in a bundle, so I don't know if they're more expensive, but I'm pretty sure the Jesko is the most expensive. So let's get right into it. Let's see, we won't be doing any of the super long ones like New York, but I am going to go kind of random. And this one. So this is Main Highlands East. Also, I love this livery on the car, or skin, whatever you may call it. Like, I love these sort of two-tone fading skins on cars. Well, let's see how we do with what's the most expensive vehicle. And for this first race, I'll use Boost. And it should be pretty easy. I don't think we'll have much of a challenge. With hypercars, they're normally all pretty easy races. And let's see, just trying to get a feel for this vehicle. It does seem to be a lot more grippy than the Chiron, which is definitely a little bit nicer. But we don't seem to have any troubles like we did with the Jeep. Oh, is the Wrangler. Maybe I'll try and switch it up and see what the cheapest one is. I think I have the cheapest one. I think it's the Maserati MC12. But we are having no issues whatsoever. Let's see if we can do it without boost. Probably can. Most hypercar categories, you don't need to, slow down as much. I mean, unless you're like me and you hit that, but should be pretty easy. I kind of wish, like, there is a PvP mode, but I kind of wish you could just play, like, races in a PvP sort of sense. I mean, you can with crews, but, like, I just wish as just a base feature of the game, you either choose to play, like, single player, or you can choose to, like, play competitive match, like, so you don't have to go through menus if you want to do something a little bit more competitive. But with this game being like 2 years old, I doubt we'll get many quality of life updates. We'll probably only get new vehicles. Okay, we survived that. That's actually a pretty nice jump. Okay, I will use boost because I don't want to, die to them. Well, not die, but get gapped by him. But yeah, this car is way grippier than the Chiron. It's like night and day. The Chiron feels so slick on the road, whereas this is just as grippy as it can be. And I don't know if this vehicle is with the new handling, because there's the beta handling, which you think would be older, but it's actually newer. And a lot of the new vehicles that are added are using that beta handling, whereas a lot of the ones released at the beginning of the game, and I think up until like mid 2019, somewhere around there, just had, the old handling. And then a lot of these new ones have new handling, so I'm guessing that's what this is. Because I think a lot of the other Koenigseggs don't have as much grip. Or maybe I'm just so used to the Chiron. Because I use that to grind out a lot of cash. Also, we got Motor Stars, but I don't need them since I've already completed that, so... Okay, that was rude. Was that the Chiron? Come here, sir. And he's gone. Let's see. Oh, not skills, hypercar. Not looking. This one, Big Land. As much as I would love to do, you know, New York or Dallas or some of those races, I don't think y'all want to sit there and watch me for like 20 minutes as I drive a vehicle. I mean, unless you do, then I would, but I'm guessing you don't. Also, I gotta say, I like this design of the vehicle just overall. Kind of that sleek back. And it looks like an adjustable spoiler too. Passing the Ferrari. I think that's a 488. I don't know all these super fancy cars that well. Not really acquainted with them. But just gotta say, this vehicle looks amazing. Like, just love that front end with the kind of little scoop there. Well, let's make sure we don't slip off the road. Just kind of the cockpit looking design of it, almost as if you're in an airplane, which I think Koenigsegg derives their vehicle designs from airplanes, but don't quote me on that. But let's see what it looks like inside. Is that a screen? So if this is the actual vehicle, there's like no like gauge cluster, it's just a screen on the steering wheel. How'd that work if you need to turn? Like, does it just rotate or what? Does it stay fixed in place, but it's just like kind of connected to the steering wheel? I mean, I wouldn't, you know, go off of what this game says, because, you know, games can't be as realistic as possible. But once we get to the end of the race, I guess we could test that out, seeing if it does or not. Don't mind me, just ended that car's life and the people in it, but it's okay. No worries. Well, worries to them, but not to me, because, you know, driving to Jesco. Gotta say, I just love the design of this car. Now, this isn't too hard. Like, at all. But if there's any challenges you guys want to see me do, just tell me in the comments. Whether it's this game, or Minecraft, or just any other game, I could tell you guys my Steam library if you want to, and if you want any challenges from there, I can go ahead and do them for you. Have stuff like Dishonored, Doom, Doom Eternal, like, I guess all the Doom games, except for 3, because 3's bad. But if there's any suggestions, just tell me. Also, I don't know how I feel about those taillights. Definitely look like an afterthought, which they probably were. But let's see. Let's do a little something. Can I beat it if I'm at like 3... let's do 312, so I'm not maxed out. Let's see, and... not looking. Luttrell's Car Part 2. Actually haven't played this one in a while. I've only played Part 1, because that one's where you get all the cash. Well, not anymore. Or you used to, but... let's see how we do. Can we beat them when we're 8 under the perf spec? I'm guessing we can. Oh, it's a one-on-one race. This may be a little tight. Nah, we got this. Yeah, we got this. Just as long as I don't mess up, this is easy. But how was your guys' day? Was it a good one? A bad one? Was there anything fun you guys did today? Just tell me in the comments. I love these races with like hypercars and streetcars and stuff like that. Like stuff that shouldn't be jumping in the air. And it, of course, you know, goes in the air. It's just so cool to see, you know, $1 million cars going flying through the air, jumping over buildings. But if you could have any car in the world, what car would you choose? I'd choose, surprisingly, a Dodge Challenger Hellcat. I've just always loved the muscle car design in general, and that's really the only vehicle you can get nowadays that hasn't transitioned, like, you know, kind of sportier vehicle that hasn't transitioned to being, you know, full-on sports car and is still in its roots of the, sorry, just trying to focus, the roots of the muscle car era. And you know, that 707 horsepower does sound nice, but what would you want? Just think about that. Gotta say, it's quite relaxing to play these games. I really love racing games because I love driving, you know, in real life, and there's no way I'd ever be able to afford any of these super cool cars, and racing games make it able to drive those, so I can dream and experience them, you know, at least in a game. The race is coming to an end, so I guess it wasn't that hard, but not different from what I expected, because, you know, this is the most expensive car, or what I think is the most expensive car in the game, so if it doesn't hold up, then there's a problem there. Kind of have an unbalanced game. I mean, it's quite nice that, like, the best car in the game overall isn't the most expensive car. That would make sense, you know, in some games, but I kind of like seeing some cars, you know, being the underdog and stuff like that. Like in the first game, I would always use like the Mini Cooper, like touring car, like hypercar version or whatever, just because it was, you know, sorry, just losing my train of thought. I just loved it because it was so grippy on the road. Was it the best car? No, but I just loved how grippy it was. But yeah, the Jesko does definitely hold up, and it holds up a lot better than the Jeep Wrangler. I really struggled with the Jeep Wrangler, and this car did it like it was nothing. But if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Have a great day.